Hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel on YouTube. I'm Spirit to Spirit, teaching of going within self on TikTok, 1974 Enlightened Soul, and I'm also live on my Facebook. If you're new to my channel, I usually recommend that people go and read the description of my YouTube channel so that you get a better understanding of what my life is about. It's Spirit to Spirit teachings of going within self. Today, I chose the topic of saying no and setting boundaries. Okay? Because for a lot of people, especially people who are givers, um, people who they struggle with saying no. Uh, I used to be one of them, guilty. I would always put myself on the back burner, and I would always give whatever I had. And if I had something in my hand and somebody like they wanted it, I could give it. I even gave a mood ring that I had one day. Gave it, $5. So it helped them to reminisce of back in their younger days when they had a mood ring. They didn't ask for it. I just gave it over. Uh, I used a lot of my own life experiences to come forward, and sometimes it's difficult to say something face to face to someone. And sometimes you just have to kind of walk away from certain situations. The person that, last night I had an experience and I had to leave the situation. Okay? In a public place. And I had to leave because I felt like I connect very deeply with spirit. So I connect with all the different spirits. And some people don't understand that. So if I were to tell them what I was experiencing, they would really like have a conniption fit and they would like be angry with me. And that's okay. Okay. But some things like I do just kind of walk away and I address it differently. And a lot of time I address it to I kind of comment on here sometimes because it's actually gets out to more people who can actually relate to it. And it helps to kind of look and I look at myself when I do things too. Last night I was somewhere, and I know a lot of people they struggle, especially like with children. They struggle with saying no and sticking to it. And the reason why they struggle with saying no and sticking to it is because a lot of kids have before I get into yesterday, last night, I'm going to use an example. There's a woman, okay, God love her. I see her videos sometimes, and this, if she is able to watch or what have you, I hope this gets to her because I understand that it's a struggle sometimes, especially if you have two parents and one is trying to teach and the other one is trying to give the child some money. I watch this one woman, she has a girl daughter. This young girl does not look or behave like a 7-year-old. She steals from others' bank cards and goes shopping. How she gets shopping herself at 7 years old. I'm a little baffled. And this ain't to throw shade on this mother or what have you. She showed one video where they were in the grocery store and the 7-year-old was going to grab whatever she wanted, and the mother was telling her no. But the father in the background was telling her yes, that she could have it. When the 7-year-old was having a fit and telling her, look, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Sometimes kids will actually smack you or punch like whether they're a kid or not. That's a that, that's that's abuse. And don't use the excuse of kids will be kids because that is not child behavior. And people use that as an excuse for a lot of inappropriate behaviors. Some would say bad behavior. I say it's inappropriate behavior, especially for a 7-year-old or any young child, any child for that matter. Because what happens is when they're young, we're supposed to be teaching them differently. And I know that there's some circumstances where parents or grandparents feel like, I got to give the kids all this stuff for one reason or another. But I'm here to tell you, when you do that, when we do that, we're not doing our children any favors. When my youngest son was 12, I was taking a game from him. I went and I shut the game off because I told him it was time to come out for supper. I gave him like two chances, and then I went downstairs and I turned it off. And I circled up the hall, and he runs up to me all angry and everything like that. He looks and goes, "I'll bite you." It's like, yeah, well, bite me and find out what happens. So what did he do? He jumped up on me and he bit my nose. Well, I just rustled him upstairs and I plunked his ass in a chair and I told him to stay there. And he was going to play his game. There's times that I gave in, even as an adult. It's the part of broken words. Like when you keep saying, no, you're not having it. Or you're not, okay, are you standing for these things? Because a lot of kids want candy. Okay? Get out the way. I know they do. They want to shut me down. That's fine. It just means that, this is hitting home. Or they feel like it's directed towards them. But this is a spirit to spirit because I know that people's behavior, it's their own behavior, but it's not at the same time. Because I see it. Because it's that mindset. A lot of parents are afraid, oh, my kids are going to like me, or, they're acting up. So a lot of parents or even grandparents will say to the parent or what have you, if they're saying no, they'll say, oh, just give it to them, so just be quiet. You're not doing your children any favors, nor yourself. Because that's when they get violent. They start becoming violent when you do say no. Because they know that it works, because it's a form of manipulation. And the reason why they know how to manipulate us is because they watch us. Children are very observant, as you all know. But some just, they dismiss it as children don't know nothing. They follow your lead. They watch your body language. They know if they do certain things that, you'll give in. Or one of these will. And they'll play you against one another. Last night, where I was, see, this 7-year-old, what the mother should have done is put everything back on the shelf and took the child right out of the store and figure out another time to be able to go to stuff. And I know that it's not easy. And I'll tell you, when it happens from parent to parent, the other parent that does that, they they should start looking at themselves because they're enabling the behavior. So when you're enabling the behavior, what right do you have to be upset with that child because that child is acting out or acting out? Because I had two children, didn't get to raise them because my parents adopted me, and I left me at a young age because of things that I just couldn't deal with at home anymore. It wasn't because I loved my child. Last night, I sat next to someone, okay, with him. I sat next to him, and this isn't to throw shade on him because I understand what they're feeling, like, I understand what they're experiencing and kind of why they do it, but you're not doing that child any favors. You're actually enabling them, and it's not helping them. You want to help them. Think of it this way: some people they lose loved ones, and sometimes your children are the only ones left. You want to give them everything you want, but sometimes it's not part of what would the parent. It's a grandparent, or I feel that, or what would one parent want over the other? Because they start planning what was playing. Sitting there, and the person kept telling their grandchild, "No more candy tonight, no more candy." But they keep giving it. And then at one point they said, "No more candy," and then they left. They went somewhere for a minute. And when they left, the little one went and grabbed a treat bag, candy bag, and went to take it. And I took it from them, put it back. I told them, "No, Nanny don't have any more candy." And the little one started screaming. This is after, like she said, her mommy gets her free food. So she doesn't let her have a lot of candy. So I took it, and someone else come and asked what was wrong, and I told them. She's upset that I took the candy from her because when Nanny said she couldn't have none. I'm related to these people. And she went to the grandfather, and like she kind of giving me disdain and everything. It was fine, So yeah, I went down the front and I was sitting there, and the one that I told couldn't have the candy, but they didn't want to have the candy. They come down to suck her in their mouth and looked right at me and took the sucker out of the mouth, said, "Nanny gave it to me." It's like right then, felt spirit, felt the spirit. I felt the anxiety, and I felt it was like a very upset. My ex-husband said, "Oh, that was your blood," because it was not like, I mean, I was just trying to help out. You know, the ones that help, they're the ones that get shit on to make life easier for someone. But I have to ask, like, are you a sucker for punishment? Not being rude, but I witnessed this child hit them. So when they showed me the sucker and kind of smirked and like, "Oh, Nanny," that's when I felt fury. I'm blaming it on the child because it wasn't the child's fault. So I went up, and as I was going up, I went up to them and I said, "I thought you didn't want them having any more candy." "Oh, well, I gave it." It's like, "No, you gave it to them because it was easier for you. Don't like me anymore? I don't care. You want help, but you don't want the help. I'm not being rude. You think the parent would appreciate it?" So I just took myself out of the situation. I left and I went and I sat in my and the whole time I was going to my car, I was talking with the spirit, trying to calm down because I was feeling that anger. I was feeling that fury. I was feeling that pain. And I was getting out of there because I wanted to say something. But my dad told me, you know, mind your business. Not that night, but he told me before. Mind your business. Even if a child was being abused, he told me, mind your business. Because I told someone, go talk to Nanny. Like if you're like if something's going on, or if your butt itchy, like if something that is discomforting to you, go talk to Nanny about it. Go talk to someone. So I was told when I told my dad about it, I was told, mind your business. And I don't care if he's angry. Oh well, it wouldn't be the first time. I'm used to it now, and I'm entitled to it. I'm just, voicing what they said anyways. And then conveniently last night they said that they were moved. That's okay. I'll get talking and the spirit and calming it down and saying, it's okay, and speaking of, some people make me frustrated and angry for what I'm bringing forward right now. And it's that part of me that, One day you will actually understand and realize it. So I did. I turned that. I had to do myself. Certainly, I was calling it. I just kind of sat there, and then it was raining, so where we were at, it got me out. So my dad comes, and he asked basically, and I told him, well, I was taking your advice. You told me to mind my own business. Oh, what now? That's his words. I said, well, I didn't tell you to mind your business. Well, yeah, you did it the other night when I was there. Last time I was there, you told me to mind my business. So I was kind of minding my business. I was taking myself out of it. And I explained to him what happened. And he was like, oh, well, I wish you guys would stop fighting. It's like, it's like, you know what, Dad? The fighting stops when you stop putting us against each other. Because that's what you do. And this is the spirit to spirit. The spirit knows what I'm talking to because I go spirit to spirit. And I feel that right in here. It's like twisted it all up. It's okay. I'm used to it. So I politely told them that, I'm not frustrated with you about that. I was just doing what you said. And it was like the person was telling the child that, you weren't having no more candy. So I was just helping them out. I was doing what, like the same as a babysitter. If the parent don't let the child have something, then the babysitter's not supposed to allow them to have it either because you're going against the parent. And, my dad has said stuff about it and made comments to me, but when you tell that person, that it's like, if you want fucking conflict, go look in the mirror and argue with yourself. People want to complain and say about the way their children are. You can't blame other people for it when you're the one doing it. So I did. I removed myself. And my dad, he said, well, like, what were you going to do? Stay out here until it got over? Well, no, I was going to stay out there until I calmed down. And if that meant that it was until it got over, well, I guess then. But I was staying out there until I was calm and ready to go back in. And some people, and I'm at that point now, like, I'm already used to hung up on, and I'm told that I'm the one that hangs up on them. No, I cannot even count how many times he hung up on me because I was speaking and it wasn't what he would agree with. I know a lot of people, and they're all the ones close to me. I don't have a problem helping. See, they went through something like traumatizing, unexpected, and they're struggling to recruit. There's no communication. People will not say anything. And it's usually for a fear of stepping on someone else's toes. If it was even if it was something that would benefit them as a whole family person. And some people would say, mind your business. It's like the other grandparent, when they're doing something, is, oh no, don't do that. It's like one of them, they were two holding hands, holding hands. And the one that comes in here about the hand was pulling on, like really going like yanking around. And then they're saying, no, don't pull their arm. You know what you should have been doing is explaining to them why you don't want them pulling your arm. You know, they said you hurt them. I told them, you know, you shouldn't pull their arm. You shouldn't yank your arm because you can take your arm out of socket. Because they're old enough and they can understand stuff. Because did you ever watch them when they're looking at you? You know, they're fucking reading your mind, whether you really want to admit to it or not. That's why it's like they are 5 to 10 steps ahead of you and you're left in the dust. Or you're left in like, what the fuck just happened there? You'll say, oh, well, no, they can't. Oh, well, yeah, they can. I'm not throwing shit at people or shade on people. I'm saying, like, you know, should a 2, 3, 4 year old have cavities? They just got their fucking teeth. And then you say about the price of a dentist. You say about them not feeling good, about them being hyper, about them smacking you or punching you or biting you. You know, you're only enabling them and teaching them that abuse is okay. Whether you want to say, oh, well, kids will be kids. That's not being a kid. That's a kid looking to get its own way and will, like, you know, because, you know, they know you're not going to do anything about it because all you say is words. You just keep saying, oh, you can't have that, and then you give to them because they take a little fit or a temper tantrum, and you don't want to be embarrassed. I'd rather be embarrassed and take them somewhere else and actually sit and talk to them and explain things to them instead of us giving into them. If I had another chance to do it right, like I mean, like not give them candy ever. And so that's mean. No, it's not. It's mean giving them candy, especially if it's all the time. Candy. When I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of candy. Candy was a treat, a rare treat. The same as getting stuff. We didn't get things just because we wanted them. That's why Christmas was so fun and important. And in my day, the children we had more appreciation for the stuff that we did get because it was rare that we got anything. And now it's press a button, have it delivered. Oh, my kid wants it, better get it because Baby Jones down the road has it. Kaya tuturista naman tutuloy-tuloy. I really can't blame the spirits. If there was a way to have a different form of candy that was candy, but it was actually beneficial to you, natutuloy, gusto ko tutuloy sa daming tutuloy. Love these people, but I didn't love them. I wouldn't have gave a shit. I came here to learn how to make those changes so I don't keep doing it over and over and over again. You And for someone to tell you, if something in it, if something is concerning, they tell you mind your own business. No, it is your business. And then my dad used somebody that like something happened and somebody went to someone's place because they got reported and punched them in the face. And I'll tell you right now, those systems, anyways, they always first take it, you know, learn to live with family because when unexpected traumatic things happen, a lot of people don't know how to work through it. They don't know how to mourn it and release it, allow themselves to feel their experience instead of just bottling it up. It was like an attack on me. It was like, haha, I got my own way. And I love this so much. Such a sweetheart. But she's going through a lot. And she had to go through it. They're all going through a lot. So I can understand sometimes where you want them to like you because you don't want them to stop coming around. But what I felt from that little, oh wow, it wasn't angry child. Because I know, like, when I asked my ex-husband for help with something, always no caters to everyone else. When I am the one who helps him, some people just don't like my He told me today after telling me, "Well, you don't work. Like, what do you do?" And then today telling me, "You missed your work home." I thought you said I didn't work. Sometimes when something happens that I don't like, I feel that inner child having that conversation. Sometimes I will literally go away from people and just scream it through. Not because I'm looking for my own way, because it's usually the inner child asking for help. A lot of people don't want to think of it that way. They just think, oh, well, you need to handle it. I know. Like, no, because people act out for a reason, trying to sort something out or trying to work through something, and they don't have. It's that part now where I'm not, have a problem talking to people who appreciate and acknowledge it. I'm not keeping score, but he does. You know, I did post a video with regards to uh, Luke Combs song, the Oklahoma one or what have you, says for chasing the devil. It's not about running from or chasing the devil, facing it head on. And, so the weird word devil, spell it backwards, and it's good. You live our life. And then for live, people say, oh, well, backwards, that spells, you know, I told you before, spell Antarctica backwards, and you get it, like, and you actually get a place. I found it. I Googled it, and it was a place on the I believe the west coast of Antarctica. And it said that it was a dictatorship. Everyone worked together, but it was a dictatorship. They hunted and fished. I know some people say, "Oh, well, you can't live on Antarctica." Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Have you been there, or are you going by what you were told? Say like that, like, didn't that bird guy say something about like, wait a minute, Antarctica, Admiral Bird, Admiral Bird? Some of your history people, but see, that's things that you don't realize because it's not put in there for you. That stuff's not taught to you. At least I never learned it. All I learned about was freaking war and just places that, were they even in the right place. You know, the systems have no problem saying no to you. People have no problem saying no to you. So my question is, why are you not saying no? See, I see it draining this person. It's that part of, open your throat chakra because your heart is about to explode. Your mind is about to blow and you're about to go to a deep depression if you don't see it. I'm showing you. I'm trying to help you. Okay, to me, help. The biggest help is by talking, by setting boundaries with people, even if they're your loved ones, because it's usually the loved ones that take advantage. And then the same person, they won't let their child parent their own child. They're always inferior. And I know why they're doing it. It's because they're trying to fill a void. That void every time they go around them. As much as they want to take your pain, I can't because they need to allow themselves to experience it, not push it aside and get aggressive with it, and just curl up in a ball and give up. I can't fathom what they're going through. I really can't. Any of them do something. I should have settled with it. They say it's lost the child. It's hard for people to lose a parent, to lose a child. Oh, I can't imagine. I have a, uh, I have a friend who lost her son abruptly because of a car, and I can't imagine. So I can't imagine what this other person is going through because they left behind another. Mm. I'm observing, and what I'm observing is a lot of pain, a lot of pain, and a lack of communication. Then when others feel the same way, it's turned around. It's like they all get to the say you're just too opinionated. No, I'm watching things and I'm explaining that, by saying no and setting boundaries, you're going to get a whole lot more respect. It may be hard at first if they don't like it, then they just, go away. And if they go away because you're setting boundaries, then they weren't for you to begin with. They never cared how you felt. It was all about what they wanted, what they had to say, how they were feeling. Nobody else, you know. Then when they do say something, it's like, oh, you're always complaining about something when they're the fucking complainers. Not being rude, just, stating a little bit of truth. Truth hurts. I know that by heart because I experienced it. But it wasn't that it was somebody else who gave it was spirit. Because spirit's been my consistent. And I know that it's the spirit of my mother too. Because when my mother was alive physical mother was my law. My mother was my consistent. She was the one that I could always depend on. Even when we were fighting. I was like I have step brothers. Not, not married yet, but I look forward to having grandchildren. Not so I can like give them everything that they want. Like my son, a watch, and they're good. My youngest son, he's he's good with the kids. Uh, he sets boundaries with me, trying to teach them how to set boundaries so that the respect will a lot more. Because I was around, they, they didn't have a lot of respect for them in the sense of, manipulating. It's not easy being a single parent and always wanting to do everything, like wanting to just kind of do it on your own. But we were never meant to be a single parent. We're just like the mother and father. Everybody helps raise children. They work together because everyone knows it's not easy bringing up a child, and then you're just one child. One child is difficult. It's like having more than one child at young ages. I can't imagine, especially when you're a young mom or a young father. it's not just about setting boundaries and saying no to children. And I hear people say, "Oh, well, they tell you you're not allowed to say no to your children anymore." Well, are you fucking listening to them? Because if you're listening to them, you might want to shake your head. Not saying like it's not about no all the time. It's about being consistent. When you say no, mean no. With my son's girlfriend's children, my step grandchildren. I told him when I first my youngest son, he told him like my mom's not like us. My mom ain't gonna give you your own mind. So they start and I just go one and then and they stop. Because I told them that I didn't tell them. I go one. When it's something that they shouldn't have done. If it's wrestling around and I tell them to stop, if they do it again, then that's when I connect. I tell them once, and then the second time, it's not. I'm not telling you again, and they will respect you more for it. And maybe some people they just like the disrespect coming from the kids because then they can go get around somebody else. And I'm not throwing shade on parents or myself for that matter because been there, done that. And it's usually a learned behavior. Like our children would be a lot better if we just didn't just dismiss them and not set boundaries for them because we're here to guide them and teach them. Not our gophers. They're not our entertainment. You may not believe it, but they're just as intelligent as you, maybe even more intelligent. They just struggle with expressing it because they're so small. Or they're not able to put words together. And then when they do, children are, you ask too many questions, you talk too much, go play. When we do that, all we're doing is creating anger inside the child, but a silent child. Hear people, like, it's like they think you're going to be not heard. They do that to adults too. I had that experience when my ex-husband's mother passed away. Listening to throw shade on the family. I'm using it as an easy to express, like, I understand other people's families. And yeah, my ex-husband, in a lot of ways, is too young because the way he is. But as you get older, you cannot blame that person anymore because you keep repeating the same. You keep doing the same pattern that they did. But then you say you're not like them. I know I'm like my mother. I know I'm like my mother. And I'm proud to say because they both have good qualities and good ways of teaching differently. Teaching. My mom taught me how to be kind, and my dad taught me how to be wealthy and outspoken and stand up for myself. But it's like, like, sorry, outspoken, having my own thoughts and opinions. But it's like, never allowed to use it on that. Just saying. Que tratar de sustituir justo lo que pasa, sería algo que te crea. Muy bien. Lo que tú quisieras que te hicieras. En mi gusto, pero porque tú quisieras, si quisiera, oh, muy bien. I'm extremely grateful for spirit, extremely honored to be able to work with spirit, even when it hurts. Because, like I said, spirit's teaching me my lessons. Because spirit goes in here with me. I talk to spirit, unless I'm frustrated, and then I just tell spirit all out loud. It's bullshit. Yeah, sorry. Like it's like wait, what is it? If I don't reply to your comments, it's because I don't usually watch your comments now. I take my glasses off. Sometimes it's I will put my glasses on and scroll through the comments. This is one of the spirits that's teaching you. When you read about it here, and like when you read up about the 12 disciples, the 12 disciples, and what have you, whether it's this time or what have you, it's to me, it's not about that part. It's about the moral and the story of it. Because people look to certain individuals, not realizing that it's ones like the ones the ones who are suffering like spiritual. Some people don't like that spiritual. Its cycle was an alcoholic. One was a murderer. One suffered from anxiety. One from depression. There was, like, I don't remember everything now. It's trying to come to me because I'm hearing people kind of trying to say it, and it's because there's a throat chakra. And that's probably why I don't run away. It feels like, you feel like you're drowning. I'm going to put my hand, but I'm not going to let you put me in because you're unable to connect. So I have to set boundaries because when I didn't have boundaries set, my cup was always empty. I kept finding a way to figure out how to help, how to fill my cup. There were many times I gave up because I was always saying no to myself, but yes to everything else. So if I was saying no to myself, I was saying no to spirit, the one who is actually the one who is always there. I just didn't believe it because I didn't believe it. Sometimes I have those, sure, do you believe in yourself? Yes, I do. But sometimes there are those times where, I kind of struggle with things, but I know it's that part of my ego that's trying to protect me. Sometimes it's like a different change. Kaya alam mo, echo ko na sa lahat ko, tututo ka, yan, sure, like that song, Loving You Ain't Easy. Like, fuck, you think I don't know that? Like, seriously, like, it's like, holy shit, man, what roller coaster are you on? So I don't get on it. You know what? Once you understand it, it has its slows. And get off that ride, but this is you have to go back on it. Until the next time, spirits, spirit knows to be ready. I know something will come. And it could be what you perceive to be something good. It could be something that you perceive to be just like holy shit. But it's being able to transmute it and set boundaries and sticking to the no when you need it. That's what you need to do. And by following spirit in the way that if you feel like you're being called to leadership, but you're afraid to go, and it's kind of something that you've thought of doing or experiencing or something like that, or it's something that, you know, that part of you is afraid, but that other part of you is trying to jump forward to say the least things. And sometimes when we feel like it's being catered to everybody else, to our own essence, to our own spirit. Some people don't like that word. I felt it. Beginning when I wasn't setting boundaries. Holy shit, man. The stuff I was seeing, people say, you're fucking psychotic. No, psychic, in tune, and fucking waking up. Like, and then the spirit comes in. Okay. So she's like, observe. You have no shit yourself sometimes. No. Uh, he said, and I don't use mushrooms or marijuana. I use, well, okay. Some people say that CBD would be a form of marijuana, but it's like a CBD of the plant. The hemp or the hemp. I meditate in like right now, I'm experiencing something, so I can just close my eyes and think for a second and then just open it up, move it, because I go right to that spot and I allow myself to experience it and I acknowledge it and then I move it and I release it. It's like it just needs love. Didn't say I was a good singer. Although I love to sing, I I'm the greatest. So today I leave it for every day. People can away. Yeah, tudo bem. É na sometimes there's a bunch of different languages all intertwined together. What is that? Look at that. Holy shit. Wow. Throat chocolate clearing. It's coming up. I'm experiencing it from it's coming up from the root. This is it's that part of being able to shift your energy from yourself. When you shift the energy from yourself, you shift the energy within your exterior because we're seeing them. Oh, I go, wait a minute. Oh, crap, yum. But I'm aware. Holy. I had to let her ask me. Librarian asked me, like, this was hard. If I felt like it could be a burden someone's, it's not a burden. It's it's an experience you'll never forget. But I'm gonna say it's worth it because it shows you your own ownership. It shows you your true essence, your actual power within you of what you bring to your spirit. what you can bring from yourself, what you can bring from your spirit, what you can bring to everyone, and it just comes. So really, it doesn't matter what side you're on. That's secrets. Yeah. Holy shit, man. I'm not like it's like mind blowing. And I have all of you to be grateful for too, because you guys are helping me experiences, helping me to go through my own shit because you're giving me this space to share my experiences, to share what works for me. It's a space where I can communicate with people. People always I know some when you come in and hear and something you like listening to, pure inside me. Inside of me, I know what I'm capable of. And I may be doing it slowly, a way that others wouldn't. Life is the experience. And then in '99, I wrote a poem when I was in a psychiatric unit trying to, I did go back 4 times in 2 years recently, and they diagnosed me with autism. So the one that said, told me to go back, I did. But in '99, I wrote a poem, and I called it Life because I couldn't understand what I was experiencing. I knew it was on that spirit level, but I was still in denial of it. I knew that I needed help, spiritual help. I knew I needed an exorcism. I was in the hospital. I knew that I needed. Well, I wrote a poem and I called it Life because I couldn't understand why I was here. I went, Life. Life is a challenge, but it's in mysterious ways. It has its ups, downs, and sometimes just a sudden. You live life for what? To be happy, sad, or just to be known. And I realized that it was only the above because it was the experience, and into that, it's understanding it wasn't a form of punishment, but a way of living. Because I had my lessons to learn from previous. periods of set time, realms, dimensions, timelines, however people perceive it. See, I wouldn't have come to all this had I not set boundaries. Now I communicate with my family, with my ancestors, with my gods, with my angels. I connect to spirit in itself. I can go and touch a tree and I'll speak it, putting my hands on the roots of the tree and I speak it. And I tell everybody, you can do it too. It's closed off because we don't have time to get to know ourselves because we're always too busy trying to fill the void that we don't even know we're trying to fill. Someone is doing experience. Mine is little conscious. Until you go here and really sit with yourself and look within yourself and see it's a good seeing your life so that you can release it and write a new story. Because that was the old story. As you change, it becomes the old story. Because every time you're in the middle, you create something different, a new story for yourself. Everyone has a destiny, but it's all in how and what you do to get there. Boundaries and say no to not literally teaching them how to do the same for themselves. That's what we're here to do for each other. And it's only when and how we do it. It's the part of it. When we learn to create the story, or did we create the ending? So okay, we're gonna create what we want, but the way we get there are by the choices that we do. Yeah. It's not that it's painful. It's just the feeling, feel overwhelmed. Not in a bad way, because it's release. But, but in like when you have a pressure and then it just goes. Where it looks uh, okay, I'll explain it this way. It's sort of like when you're having a panic or anxiety attack, your heart tightens up, and then when you have a calm release, it expands back out. Moving up, and right now it's going up from here, and it's kind of right there in the crown chakra, like the whale blowing out the hole. So, yeah. Holy fudge. I was gonna say it's not fun to be old because when you're a little bit lady and you cough, like so that's when you cross your legs. Yeah, well, that's cool. Like, crap. Yeah, it's like glitch, glitch. It's like holy shit, man, everything's shifting in my body. It's like I said, it's like I think of when you're detoxing. And when you're detoxing is the same as exorcism, whether it be performed by another person or whether you're performing it yourself. It's detoxing of toxic energy. Same as when you're detoxing from other stuff, it's you feel it to be toxic to the body. Crap, son of a bugger. Oh, shit. But this is the part where you're working with yourself. It's easier and it's not so fudged up. Oh, crap. This is spiritually me. I have to work to heal. Yeah, not everybody experiences this. And but you can't really experience. That's why a lot of people are going to the doctor right now. The doctor is saying it's unexplained pain or experiences. They can't see anything. It's because your body's trying to shift. Your body's trying to get you to look at something that you pushed aside because of the way you experienced it. See, a lot of people get it wrong. You can really shock yourself. Ah, oh, man. Uh, yes. What a lot of your ancient ancestors, ancient. Said that they had I love them with the hair. You won't eat eggs. He's so good as well as the ability. And so I have, yeah, I do. ¿Cómo te veo? Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Sí, que se cae. No. Yeah. Are you talking to our parents? I tell him he's a form of my boyfriend, and sometimes he's like, his, um, I mean, like, I like getting the like, the mystical stuff and like all the like everything, different things. And I say about the book of Solar, the mystical side. That's a mystical. You like to do it. I don't know this way. I know go to the heaven. See, and remember, he's my sassy perhaps. And I know that I receive many versions of him, and I can tell when I do because the feel of his fur is always different. His behavior is always different, and I usually know which one I have. It's a connection that everyone is able, like, is able to have. But the animals, they're angels. He's a little bit of both, and I can see it when it comes in because they're different versions of him. Get up the floor. Se eu achar esse ponto tudo é, tudo tudo é, tá? Se tudo tudo é, se ai, que tá tudo tudo ai, tudo tudo é. I don't need, like, even when I'm by myself and I'm talking to spirit, it's rarely ever in English. It's weird. I know people say, well, I don't understand the language. It's not about understanding it, it's about experiencing something from it. That's this is the energy through the voice. It's coming up, and what you put out within the energy of it is the experience that people. So I used yesterday. I used an example of I went out to the door to tell my ex-husband that I was going. Knocked on it, and he pipes up and says, "For fuck's sakes!" So I walked away. And you know something? I forget what my point was because I was channeling in my mind, kind of. It was like a shift, and I'll be honest, right now it feels like there's nothing in there. And maybe it's because it's the blonde hair. Who knows? You Holy crap! I never. Oh my gosh! That. Oh God. because when I say spirit, I mean everyone. Because everyone is healing it, right? Everyone is healing. It helps me to see the light. It helps others to see the versions of each other. Some of you are probably already experiencing things that, you just dismiss it as being a coincidence, or you just dismiss it because a certain aspect of the system says that it's this or it's that, or you got to put a label on it. I got labeled this crazy baby, so I'm aware of it. They say que tudo isso está muito errado, muito errado. But I'm not really crazy. I'm reiterating. You're waking up. As you more and more boundaries and you take more time for yourself, for your cup up, you'll see the changes. Like people will say, like I have one, he says it, fake it till you make it. See, the thing is, I don't, I personally don't agree with that phrase because a lot of people have been just going through the motions of faking it without even trying to make it. So it's not about faking it till they make it. Sometimes people can fake it till they make it because they train themselves. And that's the part of we stop faking it till we make it. Victoria, that well, you believe so. Spirit, non spirit knows you. Sarà si chiama tu. Si chiama Justitia. Like holy shit, like yeah. No, kıtıkıtısı, hiç eski aynen hayat doğrusu. Sad. I just heard somebody said she looks psychotic. Probably because I can feel it. So we stop taking it until we make it. And we just move forward and make it. A lot of time we focus more on the bad things and we focus more on the bad things about people. We forget to see that there is so much more good things once we go in. You didn't have because it's showing you. to talk with yourself and work with yourself. Caminhando, caminhando com o sim, vou estar a passear em uma paz que esse criança é, I don't also really fight because of the relationship. Say, fight for them. Still go to the work for me. Sometimes I just show them themselves. And that's good. And that's good. But I think I know everything. And I know that my higher spirit knows things. And I know that it comes out with languages, whether it be verbal or energetic. It's like think of it kind of instrument. Kind of playing guitar or violin. Well, yeah. Well, no more hand because you're even with your voice. Yes. You're playing the strings through the music. I know I'm going through this with a bunch of different spirits, people, and myself. Oh, crap. Whoa. That was like what happened there was like a big complication. I will explain it like this so you can understand these. When you're pushing the head of the baby and that baby finally comes out, it's that you get. It's a wildlife release that I explain. For men, it's like pushing those sensations. I mean, when it's finally happened. So it's like I paused, I paused for a minute. No, I'm not sorry because I paused for a minute because when I said like I got like a gallstone coming out of the penis, and after it released, when I said it was penis part, I felt like within myself it was like uh, experiencing a man in the pain, but in there to release afterwards. That's what I'm trying to explain. I mean, obviously, what, I was like, oh, boy, I thought, yeah, holy oh, God. My excuse me, ah, holy crap. Big notes for these things you do. Return. Experience the someone's worried about a tumor, they have a tumor, they don't do it, or they know it and it's but they know they know. Um, because right now, like in yeah, you're right, but it's not my fault. It's around it. It's like way more fingers. So you like braiding. And holy shit. Yeah, yeah, 하고 그림을 열심히 미워해. 저는 그거를 뭐에 수고를 이웃을 시험을 수고를 뭐 다행이다. So, yeah. I know this looks strange, like what talking? It's 'cause I scan my and when I scan my body, if I'm like connected with the different forms of spirit, some of you sometimes that's like if I'm experiencing start moving. Some would say we were supposed to ask them, but when I'm experiencing somebody else's energy, they're putting their energy in mine. So if it's in mine, I'm carrying myself and it happens to be carrying me, well, it's because I was feeling kind of everyone, like I said, you do it too, as you. I'm not saying that sneakily, we all do it. Sometimes we don't even know that we're doing it, but to start that out after you start setting your boundaries and saying, oh, it's not about never doing anything. It's setting boundaries, like I said, so that you're not exhausted. You don't know what you're going to get on the channel. Oh my goodness gracious, heavens to Betsy. So that's what it is. I communicate with spirits. I walk between the physical and the spirit world, and so do you, only you don't realize because you're centered on certain things. Like you want to be aware of your surroundings doesn't mean it in a bad way either. It's just like I guess you could say that sometimes it's like it changes within a second. It's like what was there one like you said you feel you're seeing something, but when you actually look, it's not there. But you just sort of see it. It's a group of person. Like I know there's certain individuals that are also experiencing stuff. Some just don't say anything. But there's one that besides like there's one that actually will actually go through. They uh, they have more of an understanding, just the more uh, worried about letting other people know. Sometimes it's that part of once you're able to express yourself freely in a healthy way. I know it's going to be it's like it's like you're stepping in and it's here, but you project it. And as far as just trying to get the now moment. Because sometimes you try and like I said, like you're chasing it or you're running from it, but you don't face to face and allow yourself to close to the point and asking someone else what you feel is. They can give you guidance. And it's not, as they say, oh, we have to say, for entertainment purposes. It's a guide to like other people that perform different, like massage therapy, chiropractic. It's a guide to help you. And some, they won't even touch you. When you're doing, like if you're doing cards for someone, you're their guide. Nothing is ever a definite. It's up to the people to know that because it's what do you want for yourself? What do you want the cards to tell you that I watch a lot of tarot card readers. I'm observing, observing. and I enjoy watching because that showing the world that you're being your authentic self because you're doing something that some believe to be a taboo, but you're doing it. You're a guide. You're teaching. It's about teaching others how to do it. So you'll keep going to teach others that guidance. And it's not about I just heard one from personal gain. It's a difference if it's personal gain at the expense of others. My jaw just closed for a second. Feels good though when it does. Sometimes I'll just shake my head or I'll just shake my body because it moves the energy too. And this is a this is a I'm just inside right at the moment. Moving my energy. There's a lot of shifting happening within the collective at the moment. And the one everyone's shifting somewhere, realizing that they're experiencing pains and nightmares. Sometimes even like not just nightmares, just things that you like all good things too. الخاصة Justin Bieber singing, like you much or something like that. Go ahead and love yourself. Well, yes, you should go ahead and love yourself. It's two ways. You think you're better than everyone else? Oh, it's not perfect. Like you should love yourself. Right now, my it's like I have you listening to the lyrics of this song because I understand what it's saying. But with some, it's not that they don't like the friends. Sometimes it's because you're not in the same place by being with sure that's okay. That's a good one. You have to see every because I know there's some people that they rub me the wrong way, but I get the benefit of them because I will change whether others say that I take longer to get there. When you're ready, and I know that I'm gonna have to do. Sometimes I just want to take people to, come on, wake up now. What you're seeing. What you're hearing, you're hearing. You're not delusional. You're actually experiencing spirit in different forms of it, however you perceive it. Sometimes you manifest it yourself, but it's happening because some people like want to experience it else. Only you do. And spirit. Mhm. Nah, sitting with my dowsing rod. And I don't like I was asking questions and stuff like that, but I've just been kind of sitting here experiencing it. It's going at you guys. A little nervous right now. Could you return some thank you? Thank you. Really, let me know when you're ready. Pointing at the secret direction. Good. Segundo lugar. Que tô fazendo? Apoiamos por isso, né? Oh, shoot. Tutaria serum. Disintuntui? Kala? Hold on, I'm muito bem chorar. Se tudo que. Sumaya. Thank you, Spirit. Kila tutulian. Thank you. Spirit, do you have something you want me to tell the collective, the people, spirits? Silent. Thank you. Thank you. showing them something, get a good answer, and you want to show them a piece of it, give it a like. It's okay. Thank you. Are you experiencing something? Sicura? È molto più diretta. Diciamo sereno, se muito do que eu thank you for love you and pushing yourself. Sicura, spirit, continue to okay. Se ne tutto chiaro, se ne tutto chiaro, ci sono dire, you're beautiful and handsome. So yeah, you're beautiful. Aí você fica, aí you're trying to communicate with people, you said to her, I think it's okay to answer. You have to say it here, it's okay to answer. You're there, you're the person I say, si tu te dai. E tu sei, che le cose sono più connette che io. Thank you. Alla venuta tu sei. You're very kind. So to do, there's nervous people in my life. Thank you. Could you return them, please? Please thank you. Dice corazón y dice, sigula que te digo. Soy la ven como es. Escucho también que no me dice, tú, dice que te digo. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, you're beautiful and handsome. So, thank you. Are you pointing at something? Thank you. I'm getting Morse code. Oh shit. Okay, okay. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Heard the word Titanic. Philip Nicotea. Yeah. I just got you on. Non duto, eh? Thank you, sweet. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. It was just for me. You thought that I said it? Yeah, sure. You too. Yes. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, children. Sure. Oh! ¿Qué se tú eres universo? Coño, ay, que vale, oh my jumping creepers. Not creepers in that way. Holy heck. I totally see. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Did I keep saying? Yes. You know, the spirits are always trying to teach us. And people exploit them. I'm not exploiting part of if they want you to see them, they will show you. Right now, my heart is racing. And it's intense. It's connection. It's walking the trees. You sit up with the solo que se necesita que te corriera. And I'm sure it was very, thank you. Thank you very much. So, I'm sure que sí. Creation with Nama. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To carry the liar, liar, you need a wish, and had to look at his own ass. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much. That everything is so good. Thank you. I so appreciate it. Thank you. The support I'm with you. So is it both parts of me talking right now? Well, I'll rephrase it. Sorry. Are, are people too scared of masculine and scared of it's okay. It's good. I know, but is it too spirited? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Mm, yes. Super. Super. Thank you. You're so kind. So quickly. I work with these. I understand. Now, I'm going to say my experience. Okay. Personally, like connecting with spirit beings and not with stuff. And it's okay for me to be experiencing what I'm experiencing right now. Because it's that part that, you know, if I have to use different objects to show that I'm able to communicate with spirit, then I'm not doing it. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's like the same as almost like allowing somebody else to speak for you. So very cyclically. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Dice che la dai, con e tutto bene. Okay. So I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. Creature I'm gonna tell I already know that I experienced them. It's okay. It's discipline. With that being said, I'm sending you all much love. I'll read a card. Yeah, there as such stuff strange okay? And I think he is yeah. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another. But they get easy. It's super duper but it's good. Good. With that being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good hopes for everyone watching much love and thankful, right? Most importantly, be yourself. Be who you are, not just somebody says you are authentic. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Know that you have much strength and you can help others. Send you all love. Make it away.